right, welcome in
I'm
everybody. I'm Vince, and I'm here with Falcon, the CEO of Garbage World. We're not here to talk about Garbage World today. We're talking about getting started at Walmart. And he is someone who has started at Walmart, what is it, 3 times, 4 times?
I don't even know anymore. Probably like three.
All right, like 3 orientations. You just liked Walmart that
Yeah.
much, you kept going back?
Well, I kinda like Walmart, but like not really. I hate Walmart now. I used to like Walmart, but yeah.
Yeah, and we'll get into that. Do you ever see yourself going back to Walmart again?
Probably not. Probably not.
No, you moved on?
Yeah. So like I spend most of my time going through trash and you know I'm setting up my own company, Garbage World, as you mentioned.
The CEO. But anyways,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm the motherfucking CEO,
yeah, but
and
yeah, we're
like,
here to talk about Walmart, getting started. If someone new, let's say 18 years old, first job, 17, 16, whatever age your first job is, wanted to start working at Walmart, how do you think they should apply? Online, in person? How do you even apply?
I give them the advice to not apply. Actually, no, no. If you're 17, 18, okay, it's a fun place to work, but you gotta be like on something to work there. I mean, you gotta.
Like on
I don't
drugs,
know.
or what kind of on something are we talking about?
Well, we're on YouTube. I can't
Oh, okay,
say
okay, that
for
kind of
sure.
stuff. All right, all right.
Let's just
Uh,
say they gotta be high on Mountain Dew to work there.
all right.
You know, and
Yeah.
I was high on Mountain Dew.
Yes.
I was hyped up on Mountain Dew.
Yes, a lot of it. So,
hmm
can you even apply in person at Walmart?
In person, no. You gotta go online, and it's a hit or miss on if you get hired or not. It's just like you gotta apply, you gotta call, the whole shebang. You gotta keep on keeping on. You can't just apply and then wait and wait and wait because they won't call you. They got a whole list of people that's applied because, especially if you're in a small town, yeah,
So you think it's
you ain't gonna
easier to
get
get
hired unless
hired
you
in an
call.
urban area, but a small town is more competitive? Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to go online. The first time you applied, do you remember approximately how long it took until you got that phone call, email, whatever it was that you wanted to be interviewed or they wanted to bring you in?
Like how long it took me?
Yeah.
It took about like, okay, so I applied and then people are like, "Yo, you should be calling in, whatever." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm nervous because it was my first job at
Hmm.
the time." And I was like, "Oh shit, I gotta call." So I called. They were doing open interviews at the time. This was like 2019.
Yeah, your first
So
time. Yep.
yeah, it was my first job. Well, technically second job because I went to a factory. We'll talk about that a different time. But this is the Walmart the Walmart episode.
Yeah.
Gotta represent the Walmart. But fuck Walmart.
But
Anyway,
yeah, again, approximately how long did it take until they contacted you?
uh, about a month. So
Like you applied online and then a month later you finally got a phone call?
no, I had called them, and then they're like, "Oh, we're doing open interviews," and I was like, "Okay, yeah, I'll fucking do it." And then I went in there. Uh, Told them my name, did the interview. The interview was just like basically like, "What's your name?" "Oh, you're fucking hired."
The
So
first
it,
time?
it was it was simple to get hired. You know.
All you need to do is tell them what your name is.
basically.
All right, all right. So again, maybe I missed your answer. The time between the time you applied online and the time of that phone call, you think it was only a few days?
No, it was like a month.
And then they're
Like,
like, "Hey, we're having open
so I
interviews."
applied, and I didn't really care. I was just waiting around, doing my own thing,
Mm-hmm.
doing, like I was like not fresh out of high school. Well, a couple years out of high school. I didn't really give a shit. I don't know. And then I was just doing my own thing, hanging out with friends. And then, yeah,
Spending a lot of time on Discord. Yeah, I remember.
I didn't want to, I didn't want to call. I was having fun on Discord. And eventually people are like, "Hey, you should probably get a job, like make some money, you know." And I was like, "Okay, I'll make some money." And I'll tell you what the first thing I bought with my Walmart money, it was a fucking cheap ass laptop.
I
The
think I
thing
kind of
just
remember.
basically fell apart.
Yeah.
But it was like $600, and $600 for your first paycheck at Walmart when you're only making like 12 in the beginning. Eventually that rose to like 15. But fuck, man, like you ain't gonna get far on a shitty HP laptop.
Yeah, but $600 laptop. Yeah, that should have lasted a while.
No,
Um,
I didn't.
but but yeah, so applied online, took a month, got a call back, opened interviews. You went in, told them your name, and I guess that's all it took to get hired. Uh, can you tell us you worked multiple different roles? I understand. What was your
Okay, first
first
time, first
role?
time I was a stalker. I
Okay.
uh I stocked the shit, like the food, unloaded trucks. People bitched and yelled at me, and your stacking's wrong. It's like shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Uh,
Let
what?
me let
But
me
we'll talk about the
yeah.
orientation. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's
The,
let's jump to the second time you applied. Okay. Again, I assume applied online. How long did it take until you got a phone call back to interview this time?
okay, the second time. Let me think. The second time, basically, I applied and called them right away because I knew the process, or especially around where I live. Uh, if you call, just I don't know. My advice to people is just call about it. And within a few days, I was hired because they remembered me and whatever. They're like, "Oh yeah, we liked him. He actually did shit."
Didn't didn't someone call and say like, Falcon, you want your job back?
Oh yeah, that happened multiple. Okay, so the first time I left, I quit or
Multiple
whatever.
times.
Okay, okay, whatever. Multiple times, my boss, he just kept on calling. He's like, Falcon, Falcon, come back, come back. And he just kept on. Of course, he didn't
Yeah,
say
okay.
Falcon. I mean, that's not what my biological name is, but
Your government name isn't Falcon, but
yeah, but he
that's what
calls
they
me
call
by
you
my
on the
government
streets
name,
is
and
Falcon.
he's like, come on, come on. And one time, I was at Walmart and I was peeing at the urinal, and he just comes by next to me at the other urinal, and there's like three urinals, and he comes the one next to me, and he's all like, "Hey, I know you want your job back. Come on, come on." I'm just like, dude, I'm just trying to take a piss. So
Kind of a weird way to ask someone to take their job back.
yeah, so I don't know.
So,
They they wouldn't leave me alone for a while, and I was about to get a restraining order. And no, I ended up coming back anyway. But yeah, the third time was being a cart pusher, but we'll get into that later. We're sticking to the first time.
yeah, and I mean, I wanted to hear about that time in between applying online and then before you actually get that phone call. So again, first time a month. The second time, like a week, few days.
Well, the second time was about like 5 days or so. I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay,
It's been so long.
we'll just say a few days to a week. Okay.
The third time was instant.
Like
They just
like you applied and like later that day or the next day you got a phone call.
yeah.
Holy cow!
So but they offered me night shift, and I was like, "Fuck that! I don't want to be a zombie all night like some of my
Yeah.
friends have been in the past." I'm like, "Fuck that!" I mean, yeah, I walk around like a zombie most of the time, mostly because I'm just like zoned out, and everybody's like, "Oh, he's just zoned out." I'm like, "No, I'm just overly tired. I don't,
Yeah, you're up in the clouds.
man." Speaking of that, I got the munchies. I want to eat something,
Yeah.
but
Next, let's move on to so stalker the first time, stalker a second time, and then the third time cart pusher.
yeah.
Is that
So
right?
yeah, but as a stalker, I mean, being a stalker, basically all you gotta do is just put shit on a shelf. It doesn't matter if it's right or not. You don't get paid enough to care, you know. Just throwing shit
Well,
on the shelf, you know.
well, your very first time working at Walmart in the beginning,
The
what
very
was your
first
pay?
time I worked at Walmart, I did not give a shit. I just threw shit on the shelf. Okay, a bag of bagels, put them in the fucking taco aisle. Some hamburger, put it in with the fucking ice cream. You know, who gives a
And
shit?
you wonder why you got coached and stuff.
Yeah, I got coached, but like, it was no big deal or anything. I mean, that was like the first time. I didn't really care. Then I started caring a little.
The first time you were working at Walmart in the beginning, this was 2019. What was your pay?
$12. No, it was 11 an hour.
11, and
Yeah, it
then
was
the
11,
second
and
time,
then
how
the
much?
second time was 12.
And then the third
Third time
time,
was 15.
and it was last year you were a cart pusher, right?
Yeah, last year.
Until December 22 for the people, because that's again, if you have any questions, we'll try to cover it in a video. I can ask Falcon if you're someone that works at Walmart or looking at starting out working at Walmart. But I know that's a question right off the bat is what did they pay you? So there, you got that out of the way.
And now I've been hearing rumors that people are getting paid 17, 18, like just to put cars. I know night shift, they make like 18.
Wow,
It's different everywhere. I mean,
which is crazy. Yeah, I mean, I've heard of night shift people now making 20, 21.
yeah, I
Not
heard something
me.
like that too.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But again, getting back to getting started at Walmart. So we talked about getting that first phone call. Maybe just talking about the interview quick. You mentioned you just pretty much got to say your name. What else do they ask? What else is said?
Wait, what?
When you're working at or interviewing at Walmart, what else do they ask besides what is your name?
Oh, they just, I don't know. They're like, oh, write down your phone number. How old are you?
They don't ask.
Have you ever been to jail? I guess. I don't know. Like, they just, like, they get a background check, and if it checks out, it's fine, whatever. Like,
They don't
sometimes if it
ask.
doesn't check out for people, they're just like, throw them in anyway, you know? Sometimes. But sometimes it's not so easy to get hired in. I mean, it's just that they got their own little algorithm, I guess. I don't know.
But
They got their own Walmart science behind everything of why they hire certain people.
so they
If
don't
you're
ask.
tall and strong, they'll hire you. Which I'm tall and strong, you know.
Kinda.
I mean, kinda.
You're tall, right? You're 6 foot, right?
I'm like 6'2"
6 foot two. Ooh.
and strong as fuck. Ladies, are you listening? I'm a CEO of Garbage World, and I'm 6'2", strong as fuck.
So you're like the white Andrew Tate.
Basically, yeah.
All right.
If he
So
was
again,
Casper the Ghost White.
so again, getting back to the interview process. All right, they ask you that. They don't ask like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Like common interview questions. What do you want to accomplish here? What are your goals in life?
Uh, Basically, what I did in the interview, I was like, I don't want to be a cashier, and the guy was like, yeah, understandable. And he had a clipboard. I don't think there was anything on that clipboard. I think it was blank, and I think it just stayed blank. And he's acting like he's reading off of it, and he just said, I think he might have said something of like, "Oh, where do you see yourself in this company?" And I was like, stocking. And that's about it. I don't know.
Good. So, right, interview wasn't a whole lot. After the interview, orientation. Um, Maybe you could tell us quick what Walmart orientation is all about. Like they walk you around the store, you say hi to the different
Yeah, they
managers.
you walk around the store and the managers snarl their nose at you and they you say hi, they don't say hi back, they roll their eyes. Uh I don't know, and then you have to like wear your vest during this whole orientation thing just to like get used to wearing the basically like a jail uniform, you know.
Yeah.
You can't you go by their time. I mean, with Garbage World, you can just work your own hours. You know, you
or
just
not
work whenever
work
you want.
or not work any hours at all. Call in every day
I
like
mean, if
some
you don't
people
feel like it
are.
that day, you don't have to.
But then you don't get paid for that day, right?
I mean, if you show up, you get $10 a day.
How much an hour?
I mean, $10 a day if you show up for the day. If you're there the whole day at Garbage World, you get $10.
All right. So not a whole lot.
You get paid a little extra and food and shit if you really do something. That's how
anyways,
Garbage World works.
anyways, Walmart. Back to Walmart. So orientation again, they walk you around. So there is one story you need to share with us that you told me. This was about the third time or the fourth
Oh,
time.
as
I don't know. It was the most recent time you started at Walmart or like last
yeah,
summer or
yeah.
whatever. I don't want to say. I want you to say it. I don't want to say too much. I just want to say enough so you know what story I'm talking about. You were
Okay,
in
okay.
like some manager's office
Yeah.
and someone was banging on the door.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Shall
You say it now,
call him Gary.
Gary.
Gary. Yeah, we'll call him Gary. Okay, so Gary, he starts pounding on the door. I'm in my orientation
What were you guys
for
talking
like the
about?
third or fourth time, and he goes to the manager woman that was doing the orientation. He's all like, "Hey, did my drug test come in yet?" And she's like, "No." And then she's like, "Well, wait, yeah." And then he was all like, "Oh, did it come back clear?" And he's like, Was my piss clean?" And I'm just like sitting there, like, wow. And he like had no teeth. He looked all messed out, and he was the door greeter, you know. So that's the first face you see when you go in the Walmart. And I don't know, Gary. There's a lot to say about Gary. We had our moments. We go to lunch together, and so we do all kinds of
How
stuff.
does he
But
eat with no teeth? You just
Why
have
did he?
soup every day?
No, he eats like Arby's sandwiches and shit. He just swallows it whole. I mean, and then I've seen him eat I've seen him eat chicken wings. He'll like choke on the bone.
So like, how old was this guy? Like did he have
He
like
was
no hair too?
Yeah, he had like a buzz cut or something. I
And
don't
what? It
know. He
was
always
all
wore a
like gray
hat.
and white.
Yeah, he was like I don't know. He didn't seem like he's all the way there.
So yeah, middle of your orientation, talking about important things. That dude's banging on the door.
I mean,
Did I
he's a pretty
pass?
chill dude though. I mean, and he's one that still, whenever I walk in, are you kind of come back? And I'm like, no. He's like, but they're paying 17 an hour. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
No, he'd rather make less to stay away from Walmart.
I mean, I offered him a job at Garbage World, but he said that we're too trashy. So, eh.
Someone with no teeth said that you guys were too trashy for him. Wow.
I
Um,
mean, Billy doesn't have any teeth. Billy is like my best worker over at Garbage World.
he's still sleeping in the garbage world lot.
I mean, he just sleeps in the backyard. So
Oh, or in your
he lays
backyard.
on like a little cardboard box with like a tarp. When it rains, you just have the tarp laying over him.
Yeah.
But
Well, too bad. Too
I
bad.
mean, at least he has somewhere to stay. We can't bring him in because he stinks.
And your garage is full because of him.
Yeah,
But again,
all his
that's
stuff,
another
man.
story that we should get into. But again, Walmart,
Yeah.
keeping you focused on Walmart. Any other orientation stories, interview stories?
Uh, one time, one time there was this, or the first time I was in there with one of my best friend's dads, and he was just like talking my head off about all kinds of stuff. But this was before my best friend was my best friend. Didn't even know that they were related. That was cool, I guess. I don't know. And then there was another time. Uh, no, the first time still there was a girl there. It was pretty hot. I mean, she's got kids and pregnant now and shit. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
She had like I don't know. She had big old titties
Yeah.
and like she was like flirting majorly with me. Like I was like, I kind of like Walmart.
How old was she?
She was around my age. I don't know.
Okay. And what happened to her?
I mean, she kind of fell off the face of the earth. She had a bunch of kids, and I don't know. But yeah, I'm trying to think. Oh, K Dog, he joined the second time I went to Walmart, and he's one of my closest friends to this day.
And would he be the
Uh,
second hardest working employee, or third, or fourth, or
Probably about fifth.
well? So
Yeah,
he slacks off a bit.
yeah. He's known as the Asian streaker because one time he got all. He went through a bad time. He went running down the highway naked. So and a lot of people seen him in town. So
And why were you? Why was he on the highway to begin with?
uh, that's classified. I can't really say it on YouTube, but you know,
Yeah. So
he
you
was
got
on the
the
blue
good
and yellow,
stuff.
purple hills. The Eminem song.
All right. Yeah. Um. Oh. So I just thought of a question. So, when you were a stalker the first time, of course,
Yeah.
after orientation, at most jobs you have some kind of training. What did the training look like?
Oh, the training.
Yeah.
So the funny thing is, like, my first 2 weeks in there, they're like, "All right, you're gonna train this guy, you're gonna train this guy," and I was like, "Dude, I've only been here a couple weeks. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing myself." They're like, show them what you would be doing. I was like, all right, you put the box on the fucking shelf, and I'd be like, all right, you're done.
But
You know.
there isn't
And then we
like,
go in the break room and we just like, I don't know, eat snacks and talk about our day. We spend a little bit too much time in there, but eh.
I mean, there isn't any kind of pattern like they tried to show you. Like, okay, these boxes go to this aisle, the B11 aisle or whatever, and
Yeah, I mean, we sometimes go by I mean, but like if they bitch, and then we just fix their problem. It just kind of just like I don't know if they bitch, we just solve the problem ourselves, and eh. Sometimes we carry around an empty pallet jack and just walk for hours just talking, and like nothing would get done. Me and my buddy Alize, we would just slack off. He was teaching me different ways to slack off, but I mean, eventually I started caring a little bit more. He
what?
ended up getting after he got fired. I was like, damn, I kind of care about my job now, like for some reason, because
It
like
was a wake up call.
I had a wake up call and I didn't want to get fired, so I was like, all right,
So you cared
yeah.
for a little bit and then got fired later on. Okay.
Hmm.
Anyways, so then your other job there, cart pushing. What did your training look like for that?
Oh, my best buddy, he taught me how to push the cars. Basically, you put your right hand and your left hand on the back of the carts. You get about 10 of them, and you push them to the building, and that's how you push carts.
Did he show you? Isn't there a machine you can use? Didn't he show you how to use that?
There's a machine, but it didn't work that well. So, and we're men, so we push the carts
But
by
didn't
hand.
you use that machine the one time you hit a car?
Oh, one time we hit the car. I don't know if you want me to go into detail in the next episode or something with that. I don't know. That's a long ass story.
Well, okay.
Cops got involved.
If it's long, we'll save it. We'll save it.
Well, yeah. I
But
mean, let the audience decide on that if you guys want me to talk about that.
um,
Well,
approximately, just throw out a number. Approximately pushing carts. How many parked cars did you hit?
oh, I can't even count that high.
Like more than
Uh,
10?
sure.
More than
So,
20?
I mean, not in one setting.
Dude, so like twice a week?
I mean, maybe twice a day.
What were
I
you
mean,
on, dude?
I was pretty zoned out. I
Yeah.
had my had my earbuds in, sunglasses on that were they're really dark sunglasses too, man. Can't hardly see shit out of those.
All right. So again, this episode we're covering, getting started at Walmart. You had two different positions there. We talked interview, we talked orientation, the training, and maybe the first couple days, which were basically that kind of stuff. There was one kind of story I kind of remembered. Around the interview process, don't they ask you guys like do like a common sense test? And you like know someone that
Oh,
didn't pass?
I knew this kid that just he's like, "You're fucking lucky, man." And I was like, "Why?" He's like, "I've failed that 3 or 4 times." I'm like, it's fucking easy. It's just like basically easy questions on what you do. Like, put the box on the fucking shelf, you know?
Wasn't one of them like about when talking to customers, like try to help, and then like the other three answers were like rude or ignore
Yeah,
them?
be rude, ignore them. I mean, there was a. I can't remember what I failed on one question one time, but manager let it slide. It was something like I told you once before. Do you remember?
No.
Yeah,
Well,
I
I
don't.
vaguely remember you saying this. Yeah, like there was one
There's
batch. I
something
mean,
about dating other coworkers or something, and I dated a lot of coworkers, so
yeah. And how smart
mm,
was that?
it wasn't smart.
Well, at least you're honest.
Yeah, I don't don't date your coworkers, guys. It's not a good idea.
Did your experience working at Walmart um, help
It
you
helped it helped
start?
me with life a little bit better, with especially the garbage world. Like seeing how Walmart ran and seeing how trashy it is, I was like, I can be even trashier
And sell
and
things even
like
cheaper, right?
and sell things even cheaper. And I've gotten a lot of customers. I got those blonde girls helping me out. I'm supposed to go hot tubbing with them later.
Later today.
Yeah.
All right, good to hear. Good to hear.
And yeah, me and K Dog, we're getting more people hired in soon. As soon as we get some more money. I mean, money's getting kind of low right now, but we're selling a lot of shit. We're selling just anything we can find, any trash that looks like it's like you know the saying, one man's trash is another man's treasure.
Absolutely right.
I mean that's straight up facts, no cap, on
Right.
God.
So otherwise, I think before we end it, any other pieces of advice you want to give to anyone applying at Walmart?
Uh well, my advice, people would disagree with it a lot because I feel like everybody disagrees with the Falconator.
But
It's
hey,
pretty
you're a veteran now.
controversial.
You've been through this process multiple times. They haven't.
Yeah, I've been there. I've been like, I mean, it's really simple to get it, but
Mm-hmm.
not too simple. But yeah, yeah. So just be yourself. That's all the advice I got.
Be yourself. All right, that's what I like to hear.
Be
This was
yourself. Drink a lot of caffeine because they want you wired. Stay wired so you can get hired. That's a good catchphrase. I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna patent that.
all right. You heard it here first. But yep, this was the first episode of Career Chronicles. Again, with Falcon, the CEO of Garbage World. We're gonna cover Walmart.
It was a pleasure.
Again, anyone watching, if you have questions, leave them below. We'll try to answer them in a video. Again, Falcon is a veteran. He's got friends that
Oh,
still work there, so
don't
he's
forget
still
to
in the know.
subscribe.
Yep, subscribe for more. We're just getting started. We got Karens to talk about. We got other
Fuck them
stories.
bitches.
We got the co-workers that we barely got into today. We got other incidents, I'll say,